Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Belle and this is the Belle Perspective, and I have a special guest with us today. So y'all already know about the Bold and Black owned business perspective. I'm featuring all type of Black owned organizations, businesses, services, products, etc. And I have a wonderful special guest here who is going to talk a little bit about their organization and how this particular organization, because I'm gonna allow her to speak, how they help and aid and provide all the support to single moms. And I know a lot of y'all are out there are single moms. I know a lot of content creators that I've connected with on my journey here at YouTube are single moms. So I think this is going to be a really special treat. So watch all the way until the end so you can figure out how to be a part and how to participate in some of the services. So without further ado, I'm going to open the floor for Miss Faith Saunders, the owner, founder, CEO of I Can Make a Difference Now. I'm going to allow her to introduce herself. So Miss Faith, tell us what I Can Make a Difference is.
Oh, wow. The first thing, thank you so much for having me here today. Right. I'm humbled, put it that way.
No, so I am. I can't wait. I couldn't wait to talk to you.
Yeah, so I can make a difference. So I can make a difference. Let me take a step back. Who am I?
Okay. Yes.
So as Belle mentioned, my name is Faith Saunders, but you may also hear Faith McCalla. Same person, just depends on the day. That's how I look at it.
Yes.
But just to know that sometimes I go on the name of McCalla also. But my background is, as I guess based on my accent, I wasn't born here. So I'm originally from Jamaica. I came here, I think, times years ago. And my journey is what actually resulted in the me thinking, how could I make a difference in the lives of single parents. So as I mentioned, I have been here many years. My background is in mental health. I've worked in the mental health field for umpteen years, from working at the University of Medicine and Dentistry, Rutgers University, and also at the Mental Health Association in New Jersey, the state office, where I started a training institute for the state. Throughout that journey, I've been a single parent. A single parent of two wonderful human beings. And I'm not being biased because they're my children, but they're awesome.
They are. Yes.
And I became a single parent when my kids were 4 and 6 years old. And the journey it had its high points, but as you mentioned, many of your viewers are single parents. There are days when it's like, it's like, what am I doing, right? Because there's no blueprint in terms of what to do to raise children.
Yeah.
So and especially when you're alone and you have to figure it out by yourself. The journey of being a single parent has been the platform in which I Can Make a Difference is built. I just to add that my two babies are now old people. They're in their 30s.
Not old people, dang. Just kidding. Go ahead.
They're now doing their thing, living their lives, and it's a great opportunity for me to be able to give back because I'm at a different point in my life. So I Can Make a Difference was a direct result of my journey as a single parent, and so our main focus is supporting single parents with their emotional wellness. We really believe that healthy parents, that's emotionally well parents, raise emotionally well balanced children who can function, cope with this crazy world that we're living in. So that's the main thrust behind it. Of course, we provide supports in other way, but that's the main funnel in which all of our services are actually created. Is to how can we help single parents? And most of our clients are moms, right? So, but one of the things that we are actually seeing is that when we see, say, single parent, we're kind of we sometimes exclude so many people. So,
Yeah. Do you offer services to men who may be single parents, or maybe even extended family like grandparents who may have inherited a child that, so do you offer those type of services, mental health and other things? Okay.
Yes, so those are some of the programs that we're actually thinking and exploring how we can actually get them funded so that we could provide services to this. Right now, the moms are the ones who are we're really focusing on. That's the goal, is to expand services, especially for grandparents
Yeah.
who have done their, believe me, who have done their thing and
Yeah.
now have to do it all over again, and so how do you provide some support? Because you know what, you may love your kids, but we all have a process in our lives. We raise our kids, and then we're at a point where we can actually now do us because we
Yes.
do our thing. But
Yeah.
now we realize that, well, we're going back to where we began, right?
Right.
All the
Right.
love in our heart, sometimes that can bring up resentment too,
Yes.
right?
Of
So
course.
how do we do this, and how do we even raise kids in today's world? Because I'm just thinking about myself. My kids are in their 30s, not that long ago. But can you imagine someone who is much older,
Yeah.
raising kids who are on these gadgets and all these?
Yes.
It's a
Yes.
totally different world that they're
I
living in.
know. I know. And then AI, and now that's a thing. Like, these are totally maybe two or three different generations in one house trying to parent. I couldn't
Exactly.
even, yeah, no, you're absolutely right. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So, in terms of, so I know you talked about your background is in mental health services, making sure that healthy humans are raising healthy humans, right? So, that's the bottom line with your organization. But also, what are some of the other services that you offer, outside of the mental health support?
Okay, so we provide a space where people can actually come together and actually share with each other. So we do that in a number of ways. One of the programs that we do have is called Pass the Purse, Please.
Yes.
And in that program, we actually go into various nonprofits that serve women who we're targeting for our nonprofit, and we get from people are so generous. They give us gently used pocketbooks. I mean, some of the pocketbooks, I'm like, people purchase these pocketbooks. They're really classy. I don't have a pocketbook to save my life, but people donate pocketbooks, gently used pocketbooks or new pocketbooks. And also we get donations. We have especially one donor who continuously purchase the things to go into the bag, so which is like little hand sanitizers, lotion, nail polish, just little things you'd find in a woman's pocketbook.
Yeah. All the essentials. You got to have your little lip something, a little
Exactly.
lotion, for your ankle,
Exactly.
your knuckle,
Yeah.
yes.
So so we do that, and so we go into the organizations and we actually do these groups, and we do it in a fun way, because sometimes when you're talking, especially if you're amongst people you don't know, people are very guarded in
Yeah.
terms of how, what do I share, etc.
Right.
So being in that space, we kind of do it in a fun way. So for example, one of the ways that I do the groups is we sit around and people actually, I bring a plastic bag and I bring a piece of paper, just a plain piece of paper. And I have learned from my experience way back in the day that I need to crush that paper, because people have to choose which one of these two items, or both of them, they can relate to and why. So people will choose, say, well, the paper bag is, I can relate to the paper bag, and they'll hold the paper bag and they'll say, well, a paper bag can hold so many things, right? And that, I feel that's me. I have so much things inside of me. And
Yeah.
then we talk about what is that. So tell me more about the things that are inside of you, right?
Yeah.
And they'll talk about like they love to cook and they love this or whatever, but sometimes they're so angry or they're overwhelmed. So they're talking about the object, but relating to it, and it's not like I'm really talking about myself, right?
Right.
So it's giving them people a space to share. And one of the things that has continuously come out of these groups is that people saying, I thought that I was the only one,
Yeah.
not realizing that everyone else, we are all in silos, but many of us are in the same boat,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So being able to do that. Another program that we have is every Wednesday night, I do a single moms group, and where people log in. It's a Zoom, and we talk about issues that impacts us as single parents. But also, one of the things I really try to do is to incorporate in these weekly sessions, how can we build ourselves up in terms of fulfilling our dreams?
Right.
Because so often as parents, we give so much, we pour into our kids, and again, this is first-hand experience, just
Yeah.
pouring in everything about the kids, but not doing anything for ourselves or for myself. So,
Yeah.
but we all have dreams and things that we want to aspire for, and maybe we won't be able to get there the way that we would if we didn't have the responsibility of raising our children.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean we can't start the journey and start
Exactly.
plugging away at getting there. So,
I love that. That's so you're building community, giving people a safe space to be able to open up and talk about their frustrations, because a lot of parents, and I'm not a parent, I don't know, but I can imagine you're raising this human and the expectation is that you're supposed to already have it all together. That you should already know it all and be able to, present, and that's not the case at all. And it there really is no room for flexibility to actually be a person with that.
mhm,
So I love that. That's an amazing space for people to be able to just kind of reconnect with them. Their personhood is what it
mhm,
sounds like. I
exactly.
love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about the services that you offer. We talked about Pass the Purse and then the Wednesday night, and we'll link all of those things in the description box. Pass the Purse information, and also how you can donate to the organization as well. I'll put all that information in the description box and also below. I wanted to ask you, how can people sign up or participate? Because again, I have a lot of viewers that are actual single moms, and so how can people either participate and give back and help donate, give donations, and or participate and become a client of yours?
Okay, so they can do that in, I think the best way is to through our website on our contact page, to be able to reach out to us there, put a description, and someone from the organization would actually get back to you to hear, to really explore more what your needs are and if we're the best person to provide it. Because one of the key things we don't want to do is to set people up. We want to be able to show that it's a win-win, right? That we're able to provide that support. And if we are not, maybe who is the best person, and to
Mhm.
even research it, because maybe you're not in the New Jersey and surrounding areas. So who else where could we find some other resources for you to be able to work through stuff? So we have had parents who reach out to us that we need mental health services for ourselves and our children. And
Mhm.
that's one of the things that we're thinking through. How can we even get some discounted services for parents, those who may not have resources to, like, insurance, to be able to get that for themselves, even to, I guess, have a few sessions where they can
Mhm.
actually have a space where they can speak with someone about what is happening with them. So we're looking into different things like that, how to be able to fund that. So yeah, so the website is one key way of doing that, and our website is I can make a difference now. Make sure you add the now to it. Um, .org. The
Okay.
reason,
Okay.
yes,
Now, you mentioned, just so people know, because we have subscribers all over the place. I've got folks in the UK, all
wow,
over. So I want to make sure that they understand that right now, services are in the New Jersey area, but
Mm,
you can still reach out to
exactly.
iCanMakeADifferenceNow.org, and
Mhm,
then the team, Miss Faith
mhm.
or her team, would be able to connect you with some resources and help research to get you connected with,
Mhm.
resources that are in your area. So
Right,
just so you know.
right.
Okay. And for the last thing, I want to just ask you really quickly, as you know, you're a single mom. Obviously, your kids are grown; they're adults now, amazing children. So you did it right. Okay,
I don't know
you
what.
did good, right? You did good so far. Um, so, what message would you want to relay to the single moms that are in the trenches right now? I'm thinking of someone that I know who has two little ones. Well,
Mhm.
it's an age gap. One I think is like 2, and then the other one is 11, and she's in the trenches. So, what message would you relay to single moms that are, don't have grown kids and they're just still trying to fight to live another day, really?
I think the first thing that comes to my mind is take time for yourself, because I was even saying to one of my old people earlier that, I said, one thing I regret, and I said, yeah, I'm saying I regret. She said, but mom, you raised us, you gave us, but I said, that's not what I'm talking about. It's about that emotional connection, being there, present,
Yeah.
being present
Yeah.
with you guys, instead of running to pay, to a job so I can pay the bills or whatever. And we didn't live lavishly. It was just the basics that we were trying to survive, which as most moms are doing.
Of
But
course.
when we're in that space, we're not there with our children. We're not there. We're not in that moment with our kids where we can really cherish and bond with them and really connect with
Yeah.
them. And that is golden. That you cannot ever get back, so that is one thing I would really, really say, is to be take care of yourself so that you can be present with your children, and that, sometimes we don't have money, we don't have resources. So if we don't have money, that doesn't mean that we need to go to a restaurant or whatever. It could mean just going for a walk by yourself and
Mhm.
putting on your headphones or whatever you're doing and listen to your favorite music and just enjoying the moment, it also involves just possibly doing something with your children, like taking them out on a date,
Yes.
right? So your
Yes.
new kids doing something on a date, and
Yes.
sometimes that date, have them identify what they want the date to be, and put some parameters about around it too, because sometimes they are going to go based on what they know. So they may want to do stuff that costs a lot of money or whatever, the noise, but
Yeah.
do stuff that are memorable, like, the things that they could say, oh, I remember when my mom and I went to
Yeah.
whatever, or when we went to walked walked on the trail and we looked at the different flowers or
Yes.
whatever. I'm just making things up as I'm
No,
saying.
but those are very. I remember going to the park with my grandmother every Saturday. We would go to the
Mm,
library, and then we would go to the park, and then we would get sandwiches. And those are the best. I mean, I'm
exactly.
thinking about it vividly now. I'm like, those are the best times ever. Best times
Exactly.
ever. But yes, continue. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
No, no, I'm glad that you interjected that. But I think that is very, very important, those special moments, because I feel those special moments can actually open the door. You're building so many things on that level. Trust, right?
Yes.
You'll be able to pick up on things that may be bothering your children, where with the busyness of life, you overlook so many things, right? So you're talking, you're walking, you do whatever, but the child is not self-conscious, so they may be sharing things about themselves that is kind of giving you an idea, well, okay, maybe this is something I need to pay more attention to,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that is very important. So taking care of self first, that is, as they say, with the when you go into the airplane, make sure you put on your mask first. You
Yep.
can't put on the child because you won't be there to actually take
No.
care of them.
Right.
So put on your mask first, do something for yourself. And I would suggest commit to even doing that once a week minimally. Just do one thing a week for yourself. It could be like just like a half an hour or whatever, but there's something that you can look forward to, that is for you. And then the next portion of it is spend some quality time with your children, and as a group, but also as individuals, because they're so different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. That's excellent. That's excellent. Okay. Well, so those are all of my questions. I wanted to just give you an opportunity again to let the viewers know how they can reach out to your organization, iCanMakeADifferenceNow.org. And I just said the website, but still give contact information. Is there anything that you need right now? Are you looking for any particular donations, anything that, and if we could donate, how can we donate to your organization?
Okay. So we're always looking for, of course, money always is helpful, because it's what makes us can be able to provide the services that we're providing. So
Yes.
yes, initially I would be ashamed to say that, but now I'm realizing I got to say it. We got to get the work done.
Yes.
And the second portion is we're always looking for volunteers. And no matter where you are, I mean, we're a young organization. We need someone in terms of helping us with content for our social media thing. That's not my strong point. Ashley does her best, my daughter, to help, but again, it's a lot. So how can we, if that's an area of expertise of yours, that you love doing the social media stuff, etc., maybe helping us with that, helping us with our website, and so forth. We have a newsletter that we want to be more consistent with, to way that we can really reach people and give them quality content that is adding value to their lives. We're not one of those organizations constantly give me money, because no, we really want to add value to people's lives. So we really want to be able to provide content, not only in our newsletter, but also in our social media platforms that can actually help to build people up, give them a hand up, not a hand out. Right. So those are some ways that we can do. And again, if you want to donate, our website, we have also a page on our website where you can actually donate.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you so much for meeting with me today. I'm so excited to partner with your organization. Again, this is iCanMakeADifferenceNow.org. This is Faith Saunders. She is the founder and CEO who has created this wonderful organization to support single moms as they raise small humans to be good humans as well. And so this is a community for people to be able to join. So please reach out, figure out how you can get plugged in. If you're a single mom out there and you're just scrambling, trying to figure out how you can put the pieces together, I think that this would be a wonderful opportunity. This is your time to reach out for not a handout, but a hand up and a little bit of encouragement. So with that being said, y'all know how to find me. Subscribe to the channel. And there's plenty more content like this coming out. Miss Faith, did you have any last words before we sign off?
Just to say thank you so much. I really appreciate you giving me this opportunity. Thanks so much.
Oh, I'm honored. I'm honored. All right, y'all. Take care. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like this video before you leave. Take care.
Okay, bye.